Have you ever heard that attitude is everything? Well, they don't say that for nothing. It's true. Your attitude influences everything you do. So let's contrast between different attitudes and see where it gets you. The good attitude. Be positive about school, even if you find yourself in a tough spot. For example, if you are late to class, know that it is better to be late than to not attend at all. If you are late, you may miss a few important things, but after class you can ask your professor or fellow student what you missed. If you miss class altogether, your teacher will probably not be as willing to help you out, and the next time you see a fellow student, they aren't going to want to spend their time retelling you what you missed in class. If you have made the choice to procrastinate, take responsibility for it. Maybe you put off studying until last minute. You should still study during the time you have left, instead of not studying at all. These are some of the good attitudes of procrastinators. Let's look at the bad and then the ugly. The bad attitude. I can procrastinate now because once I graduate, my talents will be recognized for their true value. This is a bad attitude and it's wrong. When it comes time to find a job, you usually have to prove you are a good student by showing your transcripts or your GPA. If you procrastinate, chances are you will have a poor GPA. For one, this will put off graduation for who knows how long. And two, it will reflect to your potential employer that you were not responsible or dedicated enough to school, so why would you be to your job? Also, you need recommendations from faculty for certain jobs or for future schooling. And your teachers will either refuse to write a recommendation or write a poor review of you if you are constantly procrastinating. Why are most courses offered so early in the morning? I like to sleep in until at least 10. Once again, this attitude will get you nowhere. In high school, you had to get up earlier than 8 in the morning, and once you graduate, you will most likely have a full-time job that starts at 8 or before. So why is there 4 years in between high school and career that you must sleep in? And finally, the ugly attitude. Professors give too much work because they have nothing better to do. Or why can't my professor be more entertaining? An ugly attitude will surely ruin your college career. Professors have much more to do with their lives than give homework and lecture. They are real people with families and lives outside of work. They do it so you will review and learn the material. Trust me, they don't want to spend their time grading homework, but they do so to help you learn as a student, not because they have nothing better to do with their lives. Both of these comments are not only untrue, but they are simply digging for a reason to procrastinate. If your attitude is similar to this, you probably don't belong in school anyways, and you need a major attitude adjustment. Start being responsible and stop procrastinating. Take a course load each semester that is consistent with your abilities. Take courses that are challenging enough to keep you motivated, but not difficult enough so that you can't understand them. Diversify your schedule with several different subjects so you aren't overwhelmed with one subject each semester. And always leave a little time in your schedule for unexpected events. Every time you wait to do a paper or study for a test at last minute, something will most likely come up and invade this time. Make sure you leave time for these unexpected events by completing homework ahead of time. Each semester, make good decisions early so you aren't overwhelmed. If you need to keep track of assignments, buy a planner or use a weekly calendar to keep track of your responsibilities. If you need to drop a class, decide early and make sure you drop your class before the deadline so you don't have to pay for a course you aren't taking or so you don't have a withdrawal on your transcript. If you need to get up early every day, buy an alarm clock to wake you up. If you need to start early on homework assignment in order to complete them in time or to have time for other important activities, then do so. Don't procrastinate and let it build up. During the first week of class, review all of your syllabi, and determine early if you can complete the course requirements successfully. If you can't, make those decisions early before it's too late. Learn how to manage your time wisely. This is one of the key steps to ending your procrastination habits. Always remember it is easier to study for 5 hours worth of material by studying 1 hour for 5 days instead of studying for 1 day for 5 hours. Planning ahead for study time is much smarter than waiting until last minute. Plan your study schedule early in the semester and adjust it as the semester progresses. If you have a big project or task to complete, break it into smaller, more manageable tasks until it is completed. This will be much less overwhelming and will create small goals to complete the bigger goal. Also, make sure you start these bigger tasks early enough to complete them without pressure. Always encourage and motivate yourself to complete all tasks in a timely manner so they don't build up in the end. An important time management and study skill is to take breaks during homework and study time. Try to plan your time by working for 45 minutes, breaking for 15 minutes, and then studying for 45 minutes, and so on. This will make sure you stay rejuvenated as you work. Just make sure you don't go overboard with your breaks. Relaxation is important, but it should be done in moderation. And never forget to reward yourself for a job well done, whether it was completing a large project, acing a test, or turning in a paper. This concludes the Procrastination Workshop by the Student Success Center. Hopefully you have learned some sure ways to stop your bad procrastination habits and replacing them with good time management and study skills. If you have any questions about student procrastination, time management, or other study skills, please contact the Student Success Center at 581-6696 or stop by for a one-on-one appointment with one of our staff in 9th Street Hall. Also, check out any of our other podcasts while you're here. Good luck on your journey to success. Thank you.